Okay, so I had a video visit with her the night before. And a video visit is just like it's like a video chat, but you know, you're in prison, the person's at home, and y'all do video chats. They are 25 minutes, excuse me, for $6. Um and we did one that night. Normally we would have did two, but we did one that night. And the whole time of my video visit, she was just like, London, you know, I love you. And I'm like, Ma, I love you too. Why do you keep telling me that? And she's like, London, I love you. And I'm like, Ma, stop telling me that. Like, I love you too. So then my niece was like, I went up. I can't see her. And she was like, Pooh, hold on. I'm trying to talk to her. So I'm like, Ma, it's okay. Like, let Maddie up. So she gets her up and she's like, London, I just want you to understand that no matter what, it's okay. She was like, your prison mom, it's okay to get close to her. Don't feel guilty. She said, I love you. And I love you so much. And I was like, Mom, stop telling me that. I love you too. Like, what? So that video visit was at like 7 o'clock that night, 6:30. So the next morning, I'm at commissary forever because I got so much shit in my fucking basket. Shout out to the people that really made that happen and made it possible. But I'm at commissary and I come back and I hear the intercom. So, you know, when the intercom come on, everybody just like stops and they like trying to pay attention, making sure it ain't them. And it goes, London Cheyenne Cotman to the unit team. So I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Did I do something? Did I get to arguing with an officer? Like, what the fuck did I do? Oh my God, now I gotta come with a story of why it won't me. I didn't mean it. Like, hopefully they don't take no good days so I can go home soon. Like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? So I get back there and I'm like, it wasn't me. I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me. Like, I promise it was not me. Like, and he's like, mind you, my counselor at the time, I could not stand him. Like, I really could not stand that nigga. So he's like, sit down. And I'm like, why? He's like, just sit down. And I'm like, nah. He's like, sit down. So I sit down and I'm like, what's up? Like, what? So he was like, I regret to inform you that your mother passed away at, I really want to say it was 12:22 a.m., but don't hold me to that. And I was like, no, she didn't. You got the wrong person. So he's like, is your aunt Tamara Williams? Her number is... And I'm like, so? That's in the computer. Like, you can't just tell me. He's like, your mom passed. I'm like, you got the wrong person. So I get up to leave. So I'm like leaving and he's like, come back. Come call your aunt. Now, let me tell you something. They don't give out shit for free in prison. If they're giving you a free phone call, just know that something that went down for real. Like, I'm trying to make light of the situation because it's really like one of my biggest source of pain. And I don't know how to really deal with it. Like, I don't know how to, like, really, you know, but that's neither here nor there. So, I sit back down, I call my aunt, and I'm like, Auntie, hello. And she's crying. And I'm like, fuck, man, this shit is fucking real. Like, this is really happening right now. So I talk to my aunt, and I'm not crying or nothing. I'm just like, okay, Auntie. All right. Okay. All right. And y'all can ask her. I'm going to put her Instagram on here. Ask her. I was like, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I hung up. And it wasn't because I just didn't care. I went numb. I feel like I have to be strong for my family. I feel like I am the backbone, the glue that holds everything together. But mostly I was numb. So I walk out and like they're like so confused because I'm not crying. And I go back to my you know, dorm and go to my cell or whatever. And they're like, no, come here. We're going to take you to a psychiatrist. And I'm like, for what? I'm good. Like, I'm fine. He's like, no, come on. So I go walk to the door. I'm like, I'm fine. I push the door and I drop literally to the floor, like laid out. And I just started crying because it was catching up to me. And he picked me up, sat me on a bench, and I just cried. They called my cellmate and told her to bring me some shoes because I ended up barefoot. I don't know how. So she bought me shoes and she's just looking like, what the fuck is wrong? And I'm not talking. They take me to the psychiatrist. I'm walking through fucking the other unit I don't even live in and everybody's staring at me. So I walk to the psychiatrist and he's like, do you want to talk about it? And I'm like, fuck you. Like, you can't help me. Do you still have your mother? You can't help me. It's nothing you can say to me. So then after we leave, I go and I sit in my cell. I sit in a chair. It's a chair in there. And I'm just rocking back and forth like this. Rocking back and forth like this. And so a girl I never even talked to, yo, like, I don't even know what happened. My mom sent her in there probably. Like, for real. She walks in my cell and she's like, London, what's wrong? And I'm like, just rocking back and forth. Rocking back and forth. She's like, what's wrong? And I'm rocking back and forth. Back and forth. And she's like, what is wrong? And I'm like, she's dead. Like, she's really dead. And that's the loneliest I've ever felt in my life. I don't want anybody to know what that feels like, but I know people have to. Like, I feel like every person needs their mom. I do. And I lost mine in prison, a place where I put myself. Let me say that. I put myself there. But it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that I didn't get to bury her. It doesn't change the fact that I didn't get to really be a part of the funeral planning. Like, my sister let me do what she could, but I wasn't there to say, oh, this casket is nice. Oh, I like this urn because she got cremated. I wasn't really there to hug my siblings when she was getting buried and be like, okay, we in this together. Like, I wasn't there for anything. And it's just like the aspect of prison is lonely. But if you put grief and depression and anxiety in the mix, it can be very, very, very troubling. And I'm just like, I want people to understand, if you know somebody that's incarcerated, for me, right now, write them a letter. Send them some money. Something. Because you could be saving that person's life. Like, no bullshit. You could legit be saving that person's life. You could be the letter that pulls them back together and makes them remember, like, I have a life outside. Somebody somewhere loves me. Like, and I'm not saying I felt like nobody loved me. It was just that I was so troubled. Like, it was just me and my experience. So just be there. Like, a stamp is 50 fucking cent. It's 50 cent, bro. You could really, and motherfuckers might be like, oh, you had money in there, you had this, you had that. My dude, I also had my guilt. I had my depression. I had my anxiety. I had my feeling like I want shit and won't never be shit while I was in there. Like, that shit can really break you. It can break the strongest motherfuckers down. And I'm a strong individual. You can ask anybody that knows me, anybody that has been around me. I'm strong. I have a strong mind. But I was at the lowest point of my life. The lowest point of my life. And you are only as strong as your weakest point. So if that is my weak point, that is my strength. So, reach out. Like, find a family member that does talk to the person that's incarcerated and give them $20. Make sure it gets to that person if they're trustworthy, because some people might pocket that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all enjoy my story. I got a little emotional, but that's how you know everything that I'm saying is real. And I'll be back for more later.